Operations on Justice Miracle for like the entire Justice Zone on basis of a miracle process I used to do as a kid in Acts, like being really into biblical miracles and everything, but more or less entirely into the strength miracles that I could include for like power and emphasis of power. I used to as a kid be really into basically popples. And popples are like an acts miracle basis that more or less is intended to be like an all actors go into popple mode type of process where they work really hard and they curl up in a pouch to do their rest. And they're really well rested. And they pop out, and their miracles are very power poppingly emphatic and everything. But one of the miracles that I had got going as a kid with popples, more or less, is based on spinach. Now, the spinach, more or less, is like really good for the brain, especially around coordinative consideration of the brain that are based on the spinal cord and everything. But what they don't know is this: you add sugar to the spinach. Uh, there's more or less this miracle that I kept up with my whole life, and it didn't always happen. Really, it just kind of sometimes was the thing. But if you take spinach and you add sugar to the spinach, and I'm just gonna kind of go through the kitchen and add some sugar to spinach and enjoy a little bit of it. But basically, entirely, if you do that, there's this miracle that God does that basically, like, it's interesting because some of it's kind of unexplained, but what is explained about it is like so emphatically important and interesting that it's so incredibly important and interesting that like in some considerations it can't be ignored. But I'm just gonna take here, hold on, some spinach, and I'm gonna do not. It's nothing more than this. It's just spinach, and you add plenty of sugar. I'm not gonna be stingy about it and put a lot of sugar on there, but no, that's all it is: spinach and sugar. But if you do this miracle, it doesn't take anything more to do this miracle. The thing is, God kind of takes an object and presents it as like the miracle object for the process you're doing, and the power emphasis of like what is going on. But all you do is you take spinach and sugar, but then you just patiently wait on God until God presents the object that has the miracle process in it. Now, the thing is, it's almost like God would present a hamburger, and like the entire hamburger would size down to only the cheese of the hamburger, but then there would be a creation of a hamburger. So it's almost like the complexity of all problems around you gets shrunk down into a piece of cheese, and you have an entirely new creation around you, including a new hamburger. But it's not just a hamburger. It could be like a chair. It could be a chair. It could be, and then God would size it down to like a single rail on the chair, or like the leg of the chair. It could be a can opener, and God would size it down to just the handle on the can opener, or like just a metal piece of it or something. But God's the one that chooses the item, and all you have to do is put sugar on the spinach and then wait on God. And it's interesting too, because absolutely all the problems, not only that you're facing, but any community connection that you have all throughout creation, all the problems and all the complexities that anyone has around you get shrunk down into the object that God chooses just by waiting on God after you put sugar on spinach. It's highly important, and I'm recommending everyone put sugar on their spinach. It's very wellness coordinated, and it does amazing and really, really amazing beneficial qualitative things for you. Now, along with the miracle, that really is honestly that important, actually. But being that it's a popple miracle that I kind of started working on as a kid, and popples are basically all acts based. It's intended that any actor or someone involved in acts or workers in worship service that have to do with action and taking action and doing justice by action process and everything. It almost entirely is a axe-based cartoon. And when he snaps his fingers, he's not really joking around. He's popping around by miracle.
I can't find it. Hi there. Can't find what? My math book. Never mind. I'll just flunk. Flunk what? Nothing important. Just the world's biggest math test. Here it is! Oh, let's party! Party? That's not it. Oh.
Is this it?
Is this it? My diary! No! Is this it?
Okay, that's all I was going to show that. But more or less, I'm going to go in here and basically just enjoy my spinach. And I don't know if I was going to do a song on this video or not, but it was like after I shared that information about it, I think there was like a song that I might have to do. I think I'm going to put it on the next video or something, but